Good afternoon and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I'm going to show you how to make light brown sugar. I've been saying it for 2 days. I have been so busy just trying to clean and get things done. I didn't get around to it. Alright, I have already added into my food processor 1 cup of granulated sugar. Now before I add the molasses and give the ratios out, a lot of people say cane sugar is better than white sugar. This sugar is better than this sugar, and everything else. When you investigate it, you will find out that cane sugar only has a minuscule, and when we're talking minuscule, we're talking really, really tiny vitamins, nutrients in it. I'm not going to say vitamins, I'm saying nutrients in it, but it's basically glucose, better known as sugar, as white sugar. They have to use chemicals to get that cane sugar out of the sugar cane, and you have to get it to get the white sugar here. So there's no real difference, except that with the cane sugar, if you have coffee, you'll have a slight molasses taste to it. That's it. People can argue about sugar, which sugar is better. All sugar does is put on a lot of calories on women, and it's usually in our backsides, our hips go, okay? It's used for quick energy, but carbohydrates are also a sugar, but they take longer to break down and they last much longer, whereas with sugar, when you have your coffee in the morning or the tea, you get that sprint in a hurry, but it dies back down because sugar burns quickly. But carbohydrates are slow to get into the body, and they last a lot longer. This is why bicyclists and stuff, or runners, they will eat a ton of pasta because that is sugar, but it's that carbohydrate sugar that will stick to their bodies while they take those long runs, or bicyclists who they go on those contests. Oh, what do they call them? The Tour de France. I knew I'd remember that word sooner or later. So there are different kinds of sugars, okay? Potatoes are sugar. Rice is sugar. Flour is sugar. Corn, which we think is a vegetable, is a starch, and it's a sugar. And fruit has a lot of sugar in it. Meats have sugar. There's not much of anything. Even vegetables have sugar, and people don't even know it. There isn't much of anything that doesn't have sugar in it. So if you're a diabetic, it's very hard. So what they try to do is take the ones that are bulky with sugar out of your diet. So you get sugar, but you'll get it in the broccoli, you'll get it in the carrots, you'll get it in the meats. But starches become a problem for you. You see? All right? So you can argue about sugar, which is the best sugar, cane sugar. I looked the whole thing up, and believe you me, there isn't much difference, except that if you use white sugar in your coffee, you get sweet coffee, whereas if you use cane, you have a slight taste of molasses. Now, to this 1 cup of regular sugar, we're going to add, make sure I've got the right one here. Yeah, the 1/8. 1/8 is 2 tablespoons. I'm going to fill up my little measuring cup with molasses. And molasses is slow, so you have to wait for it. No, don't go over. No! I still need a little more, but not too much. Okay, that's it, no more. I'm yelling at the molasses like it's gonna listen to me. All right, you're gonna turn your sugar on and slowly pour this in. And we'll blend it up. You know why you pour slowly, so you don't end up with a clump. Just trying to get molasses out. it down. put a lid on my molasses too. Don't need to knock it over. Seems I did a very good job. Okay. We're not going to have to do much more with it as I make a mess again. I didn't do that. Just give me a minute. Just want to move this so I can maneuver. It's a little messy. I'm just trying not to spill it on the counter. Okay, some of you did not mix. Okay, well, we'll mix you up with the molasses that's left on the bottom. Okay. So 2 tablespoons of molasses and a cup of white sugar. Da-da-da-da. Makes light brown sugar. That's how easy it is. So sugars have different degrees of sweetnesses. So remember that. So when a recipe or you're creating a recipe, you might try one sugar and say, oh, it's too sweet. I want to draw back on it. So you move to a different sugar or you'll cut back on that. That's how it works. Remember, all sugars are the same, except that cane sugar just has they said, and when I read it, they said it is so small that there is no difference from one sugar, from the white sugar to the cane sugar. Okay? That's what they state, and I brought the information to you. But anyway, now you know how to make dark brown, and you know how to make light brown sugar, and you don't have to buy it in the store to make what you need, and then that way it doesn't get hard. Air is usually what causes it to get hard. So if you have a package and you buy it and you don't want it to waste, what you have to do is you have to seal it up in such a manner as it doesn't dry out. I mean, I have a package in there that's a year old, and I got them on sale. Okay. It was on sale, so I couldn't say no to it. And I had already bought, 40 pounds of sugar, and I said, it's on sale, Sandy. Yep, yeah, I know. So I bought it. And it hasn't gone, and I have packages that are open, that I've opened, and they're not going bad or getting hard. It's just that you have to seal them up really tight. When I buy it in the store, because I don't have time to make my sugar, I'll sit there and I put a rubber band. I don't put it in the refrigerator. I don't put it, in another container. What I do is I sit there and I twist it really tight, squeezing the air out, twist it. Then I overlap that twist, almost like make an 8, and then I put a rubber band on it extremely tight, and mine has never gotten hard. My mother used to buy it, and she would you roll it, and she was throwing more of that sugar, light and dark, out because it'd be hard as a rock. Somebody said to do bread with it. Helen tried that. Helen Loud, the artist I told you about, with discombobulated, which was her favorite word. She said, it doesn't work, Sandy. I said, okay. And other people said, just put it in another jar and seal it up. It didn't work. I don't care what people say, whatever works for you. What works for me is the rubber band and doing it the way I do it. If I have to buy it because I'm just too tired or things get out of hand and I have to buy it. Other than that, I make small amounts and I work with them, and there's no problem with them. So listen, I want you to have a good evening. It's raining and it's so cool. I slept like a log last night, and I'll probably do it tonight too. I just hope I don't wake up with my cats on top of me. I mean, boy, when the weather gets cool, they nail me into that bed. I get on one side and the other, and you try turning with them, they just don't let you go. Because they get upset. Why are you waking up? We're nice and warm now. Yeah, well, I have to turn. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, listen, you have a good evening. Take care. Bye-bye.